Before you list your product on Etsy, there are several best practices you need to do to make sure every single listing you are creating is getting the best chance of your shop earning sales. And if you don't follow these things, you could be finding yourself listing hundreds, even thousands of products that you have to go back and revamp because you're not following best practices. And I want to share with you what these several things are so that you know you are launching high quality products that can help earn your shop sales. I want to share this all with you coming up next. All right, so before you list your product online with Etsy, you definitely want to make sure you are spending time doing research. Now, when I'm talking about research, I'm talking about things like your product research, but also your keyword research, because whatever you design is also going to be reflective in whatever keywords you use. And when you are doing product research on Etsy, I like to focus on looking at top shops as opposed to just looking at top listings. And the reason why I like looking at top shops is because these top shops will let me know what type of products or even niches I should start designing for. I like to start very broad in the search results for whatever category I want to sell. In our case today, we're talking about tumbler wraps. This can be done for anything, but I like to utilize different research tools like Everbee to go here a little bit further and to look at top shops and look at how many sales these shops have made in the amount of time they were listed. This shop has been around for 30 months, 5 months, 12 months. But if I focus on listings that have made thousands of sales within, let's say, the last 3 years, I know that they're selling products or even getting into micro niches that are making a ton of sales. And so I like to filter this from highest to lowest and look at the total sales as well as the shop age to see which one can meet my criteria of 20,000 sales. This shop has only been around for 7 months, but already made 19,000 sales in 7 months. So that means there's something about this shop in the micro niche listings that they have that are making them this amount of sales. I want to open up the shop, do further research to see what are these micro niche designs or products they are creating that I can start creating and launching as well. Again, if they made almost 20,000 sales in 7 months, I want to be a student of the shop and I want to learn just not the micro niche design, but also look at these top keywords that are associated with it. And here is another shop here that's been around for 11 months and they made 52,000 sales. So that means there's something about this shop doing extremely well. There are some micro niches that they are designing for. And I want to be a student of the shop and learn what are these little audiences, these micro niches they are designing for that I can start creating myself. Again, this is what we mean by product research and keyword research need to be done at the same time, because whatever they're designing for, they're also listing with keywords to get people to their listing. I would do this for 5, 10, 15 top shops so I can always have them in front of me and find these listings that are making sales and create my own variation within this micro niche. These listings are obviously making thousands of sales, and so these are the micro niches I would get into, like creating a tumbler wrap for funny chicken or sunflower cow. I can go down and create something for Veterans Day or Memorial's Day. I can create something for a retro mama or funny Valentine's Day or Mother's Day quote. I can go down and see all of these micro niches I would design for. Again, I wouldn't necessarily copy the design, but I would let these top shops be the place for me to find these micro niches I can start designing and creating for, and definitely learning the keywords as well. Once I do my product research, I would also utilize all that data for me to design my product. Now, if you are designing things without having any bestsellers in front of you or popular nouns or just some type of design to go by, then you might be designing in the dark and might be creating things that people would never buy. And when we are talking about doing our design based upon data, we definitely don't want to be like these folks here that's just creating another design based upon another person listing. As you can see here, they're all copying the same designs, and there is no possible way you're going to make stuff like this. However, you can take a popular design like this and apply a different style to make your product stand out. Again, we're utilizing things that are working well, but we're adding in our own unique value to top designs. And this is going to help you get away from copying people's designs. We can see here, again, we see multiple listings that's doing the same thing as pocket cat t-shirt, but you just want to add in something different. Maybe take this type of floral cat design that's doing well and make a pocket style out of this. All this is based upon the product research you would do before you design your product. The goal here is that you want to bring a new variable into the marketplace. You don't want to be a carbon copy of what's already here. So for instance, let's say you are creating a design based upon a best-selling product like this one that has Valentine's Day and cats mixed in here. We know this type of Valentine's Day product could do extremely well, right? We have two things in play. We have a season in play as well as a micro niche in play. We have someone who loves cats. But instead of us copying this entire design, we can take what's working here. Obviously a mixture of cats. It's cats that's surrounded by things represented by Valentine's Day. And we can add a new variation to this by adding this type of cat in play here. You can see how people took upon this theme in a unique way, not to be a carbon copy, but bring a new variable into the marketplace. Again, the goal is to find things working well, then add your own unique style. However, this only comes once we have done that product research we talked about before. And if you have found something to work well on a t-shirt, you can apply that to a sweatshirt or to a tumbler and actually gain sales in that area as well, because you brought that into a different type of product category. And by utilizing Printify, there are a ton of things you can use to actually implement top designs in a brand new category. For instance, here we can apply the same cat design to a sweatshirt or a hoodie or a coffee mug and gain sales in that area as well. And because Printify can be seamlessly connected to Etsy, you can just focus on creating the design and allow Printify to do the printing and the shipping for you. And you can see here that popular cat theme has been also applied to a glass tumbler, as we can see here, as well as somebody utilizing those same type of themes to a tumbler design. Printify has a lot of products to help you get started. So if you want to try Printify on your own, they were so kind to give my audience a discount code to utilize the Printify premium version. 30 is absolutely for free, which will give you a little discount on all products sold. And you can actually get started for free here and still get access to all of these products we talked about in today's video. I'll make sure to leave all the details down in my description box below for you to get started on your own and to see if this is best for your Etsy business. All right, so when we have created our design, the next thing that we definitely want to focus on is making sure we're utilizing those keywords. So yes, once we do our product research to see what designs are selling well and also understand what keywords they're using, we definitely want to make sure we build out our listing to fit the actual design. And there's two specific things that you should focus on when you are creating your keywords. And that is making sure you have the micro niche keyword in your title, as well as whatever category keyword you have in your title. So for instance, this here is a sweatshirt, but it's also focused on a specific season as well as a specific micro niche. The season here is Valentine's Day, but we also want to focus on what type of Valentine's Day design. It has a cat on it, just not any cat, but a black cat. And this is what we call the micro niche key phrase you definitely want to add to your listing, specifically in the first line of your listing, that can help the right person land on your listing. But notice how we have this micro niche key phrase that's tied into the category key phrase. This is important because we want the right person to land on our product, and the first line of the listing is also visible in the URL. So we can combine this throughout our title, micro niche key phrases, along with category keywords. This can be extremely helpful. As we can see here, cat mom, but now we have the sweater. The sweater is the category keyword, but cat mom is the micro niche key phrase. Again, we have heart cat here, which is the micro niche phrase, but then we have another category keyword here, which is hoodie. Here is another example of a title in a different category. We have glitter EXO Highland Cow. Notice how they lead with a micro niche key phrase, and then they have their category key phrase in here. Obviously, it is a tumbler. This is extremely important to have in the first line of your listing because, again, Etsy is a search-based platform and people are able to find you based upon what you actually have in your title. We want the right person to land on our product, and we want to be specific as possible because sales are made in the specifics. The design has to marry well with our keywords. Both should be found once we do our research so that we're not simply copying titles, but we're learning from these top listings and generating our own title to fit our design. We need to bring as much clarity to the first line of our listing. So make sure you have this micro niche key phrase along with your category key phrase so people can find your listing. Next area to focus on our mockups. This is huge, right? This is where people are able to see your listing based upon your mockup. And if you're not spending time on creating high quality mockup templates, you might be missing out on huge potentials to make sales. Your design might be great. Your keywords might be great. You might be spending a lot of money on Etsy ads, but if you're not utilizing the proper mockups, then no one will ever click your listing. And remember, you're competing with hundreds of thousands of listings. So we definitely want to make sure that if we are landing on the first page, we're doing our due diligence to make sure that our design is properly displayed on our mockups. One easy thing you can do to help your product stand out way above competition is simply add text on your mockups. Take this listing as an example. This listing is selling a digital tumbler wrap, but notice how they simply added text on screen to communicate a key value point here. They're offering something for free and they're communicating that in their mockups here, where they say 9 free tumbler designs included. Again, as you can see, most people here are not even putting text in their mockups to communicate a key value point here. So this could be an easy way to outbeat competition. We can see the same thing being done here, adding in some type of note in regards to the listing, and same thing being done here, providing tons of information so that the customer know exactly what they're getting. And this can either be confirming certain things with your mockup images or even answering specific questions. And this same thing here can be applied just not to a digital product, but it's also done with t-shirts as well. Notice how this listing communicate 3 value points here. It lets me know, number one, that the material is super soft. Lets me know that we have more colors included, as well as letting me know this specific color, if you want to pick this one, is called light green. They confirmed 3 things for the customer. Again, the quality of the shirt, if you have more colors, and what is this specific color shirt. And there are multiple things they're communicating as well, with the size they're offering, the color options, size charts, as well as a quality guarantee. All these things can help build up confidence for your customers to check out with you. And if you're just utilizing simple images for your mockups, you might be missing out on some critical steps to help you build high quality mockups that can convert well on Etsy. All right, so the next focus on is launching your products. And what I mean by launching your products is that make sure you are running a 24-hour sale on your listing. This can either make or break you earning a sale that day or not. And as you can see, these top shops here are running daily sales. As you can see, they're not running month-long sales or week-long sales or day-long sales. It is a 24-hour sale. When you're running a daily sale, you are able to get this daily timer. This is huge because it brings a sense of urgency. If you're just listing your products and you're launching your products without being mindful of running a 24-hour sale, you could be missing out on making sales yourself that day. And I like to say this, if you want to make sales, you have to run daily sales. And you can see this product is running daily sales as well. We can see this one is 50% off as well. And they have this timer clicking all the way down to 0. And the cool thing about running these daily sales is that it gives you another badge in Etsy search for your products to stand out even more. This listing is not on sale right now. They have no badge, no highlighters indicating anything of special interest, but this listing is on sale, right? We can see the number here highlighted green. But when you run a daily sale, you go a step further in getting an additional badge or that timer in search itself, like this listing here, where it says sale ends in 2 hours. Out of these 4 listings, the customer will probably click on this one if the design fits what they're looking for. But because we have so many indicators, the highlighted green here of the price being lower, and then we have the highlighted green of the actual timer right here in search, this could be an easy way for you to increase your overall sales just simply by adding a daily sale. Now, the other pro tip as well when you are launching your products is that be mindful that Etsy takes into account all of the interaction your listing is getting, either be a click or a favorite or add to cart or a purchase and a review. All these are interactions that's going to help your product rank further in search. And what you can do to help your product get quick interaction is to lower your price at launch. This is what I call promote your listing. The overall goal here is to get quick clicks, quick favorites, quick sales, quick reviews, so that your listing can have all of those major interactions so that it can increase in search. And having the mindset that you want your listing to make major progress before it makes major profit could be that deciding factor to help you outbeat your competition. Again, having a purpose behind your launch to further promote your product by having a low display price to where that you are even willing to break even just to get those first 3, 4, 5 sales that can help you rank quickly in Etsy could really help you promote your product on the first page and outbeat the competition with your listing. Again, when you think about focus on your listing and making progress before it makes profit can help you land your listing just not on the first page, but also within that first bracket of listings on the first page, which we know will have tons of views and more potentials of earning sales. And we know that Etsy is very generous, in my opinion, of allowing your listing to rank despite how many sales you have, right? If you follow these best practices and you're able to sell well and promote your product well and to launch it well, then you can see that your listing can be right alongside top shops. For instance, like this shop here has 1.8 thousand reviews. This one here, 20,000 reviews. This one here, 7.4 thousand reviews. And the listing right next to it only has 137 reviews. Again, if you follow these steps of research, design, keywords, mock-ups, launching your products well, and promoting your product to make progress before you make profit, this can allow you to list your products as well along with the top of the competition, but even outbeat the competition in regards to what you make and sales in just a short amount of time. And once you are able to apply all these steps, then you really have a system to repeat over and over again for all of your listings to follow this system so that you know you are listing high quality products that can help you earn sales. From there, you should really have a goal. Once you have your system, you should have a goal of how many products you want to list. Etsy is a numbers game. The more products you have, the more sales you are able to make. But we definitely want to make sure we have high quality listings so that each product has the best chance of making sales. And once you have a system, it's going to be very easy to list your products with confidence, knowing that you have done all the best practices in order for your listings to make sales. And when we are trying to set listing goals and really make a shop that is highly profitable, we just have to understand that Etsy is a numbers game. Look at this shop here that has made 5.9 thousand sales in the last 30 days. And they were able to hit this sales number in the last 30 days because of the active listings that they have, over 3,000. And even though they have over 3,000 listings, all listings here are not making sales. We can see here that if we go to how many of these listings actually make sales in the last 30 days, we can see it's only 255. So just imagine it took them over 3,000 listings just to have 255 listings make sales in the last 30 days, which brought them to this 5.9 thousand sales in the last 30 days. That means the more high quality active listings you have will overall affect the amount of listings that have made sales for your shop in the last 30 days. The lower the active listings that you have, the lower amount of listings that can actually make sales in the last 30 days. And the overall goal again is to have a system where you are able to rinse and repeat and create high quality listings every day. And if you're struggling with creating high quality listings and following this exact plan, I have an in-depth guide where I go even further and share with you all of these steps in detail that help me make daily sales on Etsy. This is my super simple guide to Etsy sales, where I share with you over 20 pages of these exact steps and 4 exclusive videos that can help you make sales. So if you want access to this guide, simply put in the comment section below the word sales, and I'll be happy to send this over to you today. And check out this next video here where I share with you a very easy way to create top designs for your Etsy shop even if you are not a graphic designer. Make sure you click this next video here and subscribe to my channel to learn more about how to make income online with Etsy. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.